All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. All right, well, it's 12 o'clock and I want to respect each and everyone's time. So thank you very much for being here. How's everyone doing? Good. We have a jam-packed meeting today. I'm going to be doing a group session exercise, and also we'll be providing you with a broker update on non-licensed assistance. And then I'm going to have Fernando also provide you with some mortgage updates. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm super excited. Can't believe we're almost halfway through the month of November. It is crazy. So make sure to please silence your phone for the respect of your peers. So make sure that your phones are on silent or vibrate for the time being. Okay, let me go ahead and admit some people in. All right, let's continue. Next slide.
Simon, can you hear me?
Yes.
For some reason, your camera's turned off.
Okay.
Okay, one of them's back.
All right.
Okay,
awesome.
thank you.
All right, let's continue. Next slide. All right, our mission, our belief, and our vision to provide an agent with a place where they will be empowered, trained, motivated to experience growth, wealth, and a legacy that allows them to live their best life possible. Our belief, when the value of your own company align with your own beliefs, you know you found your professional home. And our vision to achieve amazing professionals and personal development so that KW South Bay remains the agency of choice. And it's so funny because, last week we had our ALC clinic out in Woodland Hills, and we were talking about the Y4C2Ts. And Natalie did such an amazing job. It was the NFL, the football theme. I really thought we were going to win, but LA Coastal ended up winning the table. So, but good job, Natalie, for helping, and the importance of who we are as real estate professionals, and more so aligning yourself with KW. All right, let's continue. Next slide. All right, just as a reminder, your support team. Here's your support team. And the beautiful thing is that all of us are here to support you. It's not the other way around. We work for you, not you work for us. So these are all of the individuals here to help navigate your real estate transactions and help you close your deals. All right, let's continue. Next slide. I also want to welcome our newest agents. We have Cedric Peoples and Laura. Laura is actually a transfer from another KW office out of the Pasadena. She lives here in the South Bay, was working in Pasadena, and she had the opportunity to come and interview this office. She loved the synergy of the office and made the decision to transfer and join us here. So if you happen to see Laura Hartley, please make sure you say hello and have her welcome to the new KW South Bay office. All right, we want to thank our lunch sponsor, First America Home Warranty, Sean Perfett, for providing us with lunch. I don't think she's going to be speaking today, but if you get a chance to see her, make sure to thank her and say hello to her, and obviously support her business as well. All right, let's continue. Rapid fire today. Friendly reminder, November 19th. When is that?
Next Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday already. Wow, can't believe it's going quick. So next Wednesday here at the South Bay office, we have our potluck. So I do have a clipboard. I did pass it last week. We didn't have that many people sign up for the potluck, so I'm going to pass it again. Natalie is asking us to please, if you're going to be part of the potluck, bring your favorite dish. It doesn't have to be anything significant like a turkey, but if you want to, anything would be good. Maybe your special dish or even soft drinks. Whatever the case you want to bring, that would definitely help in the event that we have next Wednesday from 12 to 2 p.m. Okay, so please make sure to sign up so that way Natalie knows the head count as well. All right, let's continue. All right, friendly reminder, okay? Our 2025 holiday gala is going to be December 11th. Every week till the event, we're going to just remind you that if you're going to be part of the Christmas party, last year it was in the city of Carson. This year it's going to be at the same location as well. Okay. Time to be announced, but it's typically going to be around 6 p.m. to around 9 o'clock in the evening. We had a great time. It's a great venue, lots of space. But the beautiful thing is, it's not just the South Bay office, it's the other 3-4 offices. So you get to network with other agents that you'll see on social media or see every once in a while. It's a one family place and I love it. Last year was great. You got to rub elbows with some of the top agents from other offices and network as well while having food and then obviously prizes. And the most important is dancing. Okay, if you like to dance. So please make sure that you calendar this in 6 p.m. 6 p.m. December 11th. Let me just admit some of the people in here real quick. Any questions regarding our Christmas party? Okay, let's continue. Next slide, please. All right, Drake out of the LA Coastal Office does this every year, Veterans Across America Day. That's going to be Saturday, December 13th at 9 a.m. If you're interested in being part of the group volunteer, make sure you take a photo of the QR code to the left. And if you want to sponsor the veterans as a gift and gratitude, then make sure to take a photo of the ride. Again, it's a great support to our military veterans who have sacrificed, you know, so it's a great honor to be part of it. And if you have any questions, you can also reach out to Drake Cruz. His phone number is 562-884-9016. If you have any questions regarding, you know, giving or volunteering on December 13th. All right, let's continue. All right, listing pitches, needs and wants coming soon. Anyone have any listings?
I have a lease coming up in
Okay.
9003. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, preferably Section 8, if not. But it's going for $3,200.
32. When is it coming up active?
As soon as we have, so it's probably within the next week and a half.
What city again, Fred?
Los Angeles.
City of Los Angeles. Okay, so if you have any clients interested in renting a place, please reach out to Fred. Yes. Price, okay.
So it's 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, 2005, 2-story, have 2-car garage. An additional storage room with plumbing, electrical. There's plenty of space for parking and it's in the Norwalk County area. So it's not in the middle of Norwalk, it's kind of like in between both. So
Yeah.
if you have a buyer, let me know.
What's the price? The asking price? I'm sorry?
5.
Okay,
And the address is 123 Newmeyer Avenue.
beautiful. Beautiful. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
I also have a buyer that's looking for a house anywhere from East LA, East. And their price point is up to 800,000. They're paying the seller's closing costs. So if you have any listings in that area, that would be great.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you, Fred. Anyone out here? Any listings, buyer needs and wants?
If anybody has a buyer that's looking in Torrance, 2033 West 181st by Vanessa, and 182nd. It's a fixer now that we're trying to turn so good, but if I can sell it straight up for $999, so it's
Okay.
worth like 1.2, 1.25. It's fixed up.
Yeah.
So if somebody 4-bedroom, 2.
Is it currently on the market?
Text
No,
him,
this-
text him, say David wants to present, can he?
Yeah.
Zoom Casa is trying to give us a.
Gotcha. Okay.
If they can give me $999, then I just.
$9.99. So if you have any investors that are looking in the city of Torrance, North Torrance, please reach out to Gary. Anyone else?
I missed the bedroom count on that.
How many bedrooms?
Or two.
4
Okay,
bedrooms, 2 bath.
Okay.
What's the square footage? House?
The house square footage is about 1682 or so. The
Okay,
lot is big, it's like 6,000.
got it. Cool.
And it's in a cul-de-sac.
Beautiful. Awesome. Oh, yes.
Hey,
Fire.
Simon,
Fire,
Yes.
David also wants to share some properties.
Okay, give me a few, David. Yes, go ahead, Bo.
all catch fire in for Turtle Rock area in Irvine for 1.5.
Okay, Irvine 1.5.
once it's
Got it. Yeah. You know, good thing would be is maybe reaching out to the local offices in that area. They might have internal pocket listings too as well. I would reach out to a local real estate office. All right, David. Yes, sir.
First of all, good afternoon to everyone. David Yashar with KW South Bay. In case I've had a pleasure to meet you guys one-on-one. Myself and a wonderful team that I have, we kind of do commercial, we do commercial on been doing it for years. So thank you very much for the opportunity. All I can tell you is that Simon is one of a kind, and he's been phenomenal. Every little thing here, there. So please give this gentleman a round of applause right now before I do any presentations.
I didn't pay any statement.
I don't know what to tell you. He's just like a brother to us. So Simon, I really, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you very much for all your assistance, even though we don't see each other often, but thank you for all your assistance. So
100. Thank you.
without any further ado, I want to just present 3 properties. We do have about 12 listings out there, but the one we just listed approximately a week and a half ago. Repeat customer, we've done quite a few amount of business with them. It is a 4-unit apartment building with ADU, which is RTI, meaning it's ready to go. So it will be a total of 5 units, but right now 4 units with an RTI ADU located at 343 North Occidental, a good pocket of Silver Lake. And I know there's a lot of demand for it. This is a partnership that's going their separate ways, and they have to sell. There's no buts and ifs about it. We're listed at $1,648,000. Again, 343 North Occidental. Anyone that has an interested client for 4 units, 5 units, go ahead and give us a call on that, or just text me and we can send you the package. The next opportunity is a land for development in city of Van Nuys. This is just half a block away from the courthouse in Van Nuys, 6167 Sylmar. Again, 6167 Sylmar Avenue in Van Nuys, just a half a block away from the courthouse. We have approximately 23,000 square feet. And there is no height restrictions. Again, no height restrictions. You can go as high as you want, up to about 204 units. We have 2 partners that are selling this. It was previously listed at $500,000 more. We picked this listing up about roughly 2 months ago. We had a couple of offers, but it didn't, wasn't put together. But we're at $3,495,000. They are motivated. They are flexible. The key to this deal, please write this down in caps: seller financing. Seller financing. So anyone that comes in with about 35, 40, 50% down, which is negotiable, seller will finance the deal. You will not find too many sellers on land that will finance. They will, okay? Terms, rate, these are all negotiable, okay? So that's a development site in Van Nuys. And then last but not least, for the ones that are working with any retail buyers, we are working on a property approximately 31,000 square feet. It was just listed about 2 weeks ago, and it's co-listed with Colliers. This is 6710 through 6720 Pacific Boulevard in Huntington Park. One of the areas that we've been very successful. We've done a lot of business. Simon can tell you. it's kind of our niche. In fact, Omid from our team just got back from a meeting there because they've seen we've done so much in Huntington Park, so our name is out. This property, and please write this down in caps, short sale. This one will be done on a short sale. I know everybody's looking for foreclosure, everybody's looking for a short sale, everybody's looking for an opportunity. It has to be sold. This is a very small property for this partnership, 31,000 square feet, and it's located at 6710 through 6720 Pacific Boulevard. And we are listed at $6,495,000, but we will do better than that. The loan amount is much more than that. This was listed, believe it or not, on the market for over $11 million, guys. Okay, you're basically have an opportunity to pick this up for about half the price from where it was listed a couple of years ago. Please understand, we price these correctly. The ones that know me, we don't waste time. We don't, tell the client what they want to hear. I want to stop there, but if you want to get a hold of me, you want to talk about these and other opportunities, please feel free to give me a call at either 310-724-8043, or you can call me on the cell, and you can always catch me whether I'm here, out of town, out of the country. That's 310-710-5626, 310-710-5626. And again, thank you very much. I wish everyone a wonderful Wednesday.
Wonderful. David, thank you very much for the information. Hopefully you at least got his contact information, and if you need it, I can always provide it to you as well later after the sales meeting. David, thank you very much.
Thanks again.
Great information too. Thank you. Good to see you. Yes, sir. Come on.
Okay.
What do you got?
Because if we're talking about Pacific, we do have anybody looking for a hall, party hall. We have one in Huntington Park, right on Pacific too, 635 Pacific.
I'm sorry, what's the address?
6330 Pacific.
6330 Pacific Coast Highway.
No,
Oh,
not
Pacific Coast Line, not Pacific Boulevard.
Pacific Boulevard. It's Huntington Park.
I'm sorry, Pacific Boulevard in Huntington Park.
And if you also have somebody that's looking for a restaurant, I have a restaurant, about 3,000 square foot,
Who's it?
in Carson. It's, they do alcohol there before and other stuff, so the alcohol license is gone, just gotta renew it.
And I apologize, who's this that's speaking?
This is Gary Nix.
Hi, Gary. You said 6330 Pacific, yes?
Yes,
That's Pacific Arcade.
yeah, that's your area.
Okay, we sold this building. Okay, whenever you get a chance, if you don't mind, I don't want to take time, but go ahead and give me a call after this meeting, please.
Okay.
It's funny.
Interesting. What a small world.
Oh, well, call me after the meeting or put it on the chat. Put your number on the chat.
I'll give Gary your contact information.
Thank you.
Simon,
Okay.
Simon,
Yes, sir.
David, is the 343, will one unit be delivered vacant?
David?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The 343, will one of the 4 units be delivered?
Yes. One of them is vacant, actually.
Are they all at market rent or retail?
I'm sorry, are they what?
Are they at retail?
Are they at retail or market rent?
There, I would say, you know what, either at market or slightly less. I'm not gonna say, oh, you're gonna double up the rent. No.
Okay, thank you.
There's more flexibility in price and we can be creative. And again, after the meeting, guys, whoever has interest, please just call my cell or text me and I'll answer all your questions.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you, David. All right, let's continue. Anyone else before we go to the next slide? Yes, Murray.
Not as, not as interesting, but new listing, we're having brokers there tomorrow, 2750 Artesia Breakwater, which is an over 55 community. That's long in my rearview mirror. So it's great because it's 650,000 and it's 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Redondo Beach. So if you're over 55, you actually need one person who's over 55. So if you're married to, somebody younger, it's okay. Great location, basically Inglewood and Artesia Boulevard. And then we just listed 2211 Earl Court, which is a really adorable little cul-de-sac right off of 190th in Redondo Beach. It's going to be 1,750. It's a big house. And that, the last one we had there on Margaret Court, we had, I don't know, it was crazy, like 21 offers because they're big lots and very family friendly areas. There's a Christian school that's right there. And then, we have an interesting listing that we just walked through yesterday, in El Segundo. It's an Adobe house. I mean, all these years, never saw an Adobe house. It's in El Segundo and it's on Center Street, right by the school for, 2,150,000. And it is, it's spectacular, has a swimming pool. It's kind of like, the gentleman that bought it, was a bachelor and this was his dream house. So if you know any sports people, this would be a great pad for lack of a better word.
Yeah. And it's so close to LAX too.
So close to LAX, you can see the airplanes.
Yeah, very cool.
So
Awesome.
that's-
Facilities too, for
Yeah.
small trains.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Kings, Lakers, Clippers,
WNBA is supposed to go there.
yes.
Uh,
I'm so, that's my current
That's,
fave.
yeah, that's a great listing. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right, anyone else? Okay, well, let's go ahead and continue. The next slide is going to be a group exercise, and I wanted to get participation because I think it's a great exercise for you to kind of get your thoughts and opinion on a couple different strategies and how you will manage these, right? So strategy one, reconnecting and re-engaging your sphere. So give me some ideas and thoughts around this particular topic, and what would you do to reconnect and re-engage? Because I think as we get closer to the holidays, this is a prime time, folks, to level up on production, but more so the opportunities. Because even though most agents typically slow down, if you're not engaging in conversations on a regular frequency, you're going to miss an opportunity, and you'll be surprised because buyers and sellers are still selling during this time. So just a couple thoughts around reconnecting and re-engaging. Rosie. Yes. Perfect.
Somebody down to,
Yeah.
to participate with me. They came also, during Halloween,
Yes.
That is on my plan. They enjoy it.
Right.
They started.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily have to be real estate related. It can be just having a conversation, checking in, and as the Thanksgiving and Christmas around the corner, just being grateful, right? And then ultimately that opens up an opportunity. Anyone else? Yes.
Re-engage, my sphere of influence. I'm calling them and asking them what plans do they have for Thanksgiving and holidays and Christmas. And so it's not like I'm calling them and asking them, are you still interested in buying? And as they tell me what their plans are, then we start discussing those that are going out of town, where they going, stuff like that. And then eventually it does get around to, somebody will say something about, I'm going to go visit so-and-so because we're thinking about moving out of state.
Right.
Oh, really? So we have that conversation. Or I've talked to my brother-in-law and they're looking for a house. Now, Bernice, are you still doing that real estate? Yeah, I am. So I'm calling them and asking them what they're doing for the holidays.
Yeah, and think about this for a quick minute. Your Q4, your Q4 outreach directly impacts your Q1. Okay, if you really think about it, whatever you do on Q4 will impact your first quarter of 2026. It may be a little too late now. You should have started around August, September, really honing in on those activities, because what you resonate now, plant the seed as we call it, will eventually come out 90 days from now, right? So in essence, when you look at it, anything you do right now, and if you just get purposeful, right, in the activities and asking for the business, and I promise you, if you ask for business, people will provide you with resources. If it's not them, it may be someone that they know is thinking about buying, selling, and investing. But if you're not asking, you're not going to see the results from it, right? Also, part of the beautiful thing in the momentum of your fourth quarter is that, the serious buyers and sellers are right now selling, right? They're not your looky-loos. These are individuals that need to sell. If it's because they're retiring, they're moving out of state, they're trying to buy a bigger home or maybe downsize because all of the children are out. You really have to look at that perspective and avenue. What else in reconnecting and re-engaging with your spheres? What other keys that you would utilize for that? Yes, Heather.
Yeah, so kind of similar to what Bernice said, ask them what they're doing for the holidays, and then follow up to that would be, hey, so do me a favor, if you run into any friends or family who mention real estate, please be sure to pass my name along. I really appreciate a referral coming from a friend.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's yeah, you sold me on the accent, right? I love it. Yes.
Been in business a long time. We do
Yeah.
so many things that are thing. I was just thinking of something that would be, I had a doctor call me. This has nothing to do with real estate, but she called me and she goes, I've been on the, I'm a jazzercise instructor, so I've been on the jazzercise website. I can't find it, blah, 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 blah. And I used to do Zumba, and so what I did was I researched every Zumba class and all the 24-hour fitnesses. I got all the links. I sent her my links. And then she's an ER doc, and who knows what kind of a schedule she has. And I sent it all to her. And so all she had to do was click. So in just thinking about this, in doing things like not coming up with anything that causes anything financial for you, go find all the cool holiday things that are happening in the South Bay or whatever area you work, and you can call, but texting is interesting. You have a higher chance of somebody saying thank you. Send them a link, and if you are using a database where you can call and text, put like 3 really great holiday things. Or they also, there's over $20 trillion in the baby boomers' money that is going to now be passed down. And those people are candidly dying, getting sick, moving out of their houses. And all they're thinking about is how to get rid of stuff because no one wants the China that, or all of that stuff. So maybe even send them, you might be thinking about getting rid of stuff in your house. Here's, there's kind of controversy about Goodwill and Salvation Army. As of January 2025, they have to pay differently abled people minimum wage, which they didn't before. So you might hear a lot of, smack on them, but give them those links, give them those places, because candidly, I would never ask somebody for business without giving them something, because people remember people that do something for them first, and then you can ask that question, right? Or follow up on that, which is you can say, hey, did you get a chance to go to one of those? Awesome. Here's my open house I'm going to be holding. I mean, I think right now, all of us are tightening our belts financially. So are your clients. So is there something you can share with them that is not going to cost them a lot of money or is going to do some good in our world right now? Because people are really craving for a volunteer opportunity, a way to feed people that are unhoused. And if you're the touchstone of that stuff, you're also going to get that intimacy of, hey, now I'm getting a divorce, so I need to sell. And I'm just speaking to myself when I speak out now, because I don't like calling people and interrupting their day. But if you're doing something for them, especially at this time of year, and then spend the rest of the holidays with your family and hang out. And, that's my
love. Yeah, great advice for sure. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Here's a couple other strategies that I would recommend. Write this down. Gratitude outreach, right? Sending personalized thank you messages, holiday cards, video messages, express genuine appreciation for their trust in business throughout the year. Sometimes those little things, because we don't know what people's positions are, right, from one day to the other, right? Maybe loss of a family member, maybe a graduate son or daughter, right? There's so many things that can happen from one day to the other. Market updates. Has anyone thought about maybe reaching out and saying, I just wanted to provide you with a insight of what the market is doing right now in the local area, the city of Torrance, city of Redondo Beach, right? Property values are going up, the percentage, right? All of that is also very informative. And then check-ins, right? When was the last time you did any check-ins? Calls, coffee meetings. Hey, I would love the opportunity to just have, some time to have some coffee or some tea, right? Do you have time just before the holidays, right? Those are avenues that I would encourage you to really dive into it, right? And that positions yourself for 2026, right? Because think of what happened this year, and we don't have that crystal ball that's going to tell us what 2026 is going to be. It may be a great year, it may be an even better year than the year prior, right? So, but if you're setting yourself up now and doing what you need to do, I promise you, you're going to see results from it. Let's continue on the second one, creating urgency with current market participations, right? Give me some insights of what that is for you.
Can you say what that means?
Yeah, so creating that urgency, right? Interest rates. Have you heard that the interest rates, right? And we're going to have Fernando speak up on it a little bit and kind of get in a trajectory. If there's any programs out there, right? When was the last time you checked in with the lender to say, hey, what programs do we have? For first-time home buyers, people that are buying a second home, people that are buying a vacation home, people that are looking to invest, right? All of these avenues and all of these opportunities is by asking the right questions, right? So hone in on those and start picking the lender's brain and asking them, what programs do you have here available for us? So that way we can now educate our clients, because low interest rates, right? That's kind of an urgency. That's something that you can have a conversation around, right? And they may not be in the position to buy, but they may know of someone, right? If you're not asking for that opportunity. Does that make sense? Yeah. What else? Creating urgency with current market participation. Did you hear that your neighbor on 123 ABC is selling, right? We know that when a property goes on the market, 1 or 2 or 3 people usually think of selling their home, right? Having those abilities to have those objection handlers and role-playing scripts. This is why, coming to class, role-playing, is vital and important, right? And the beautiful thing with technology, everything is so streamlined. You can go on YouTube and be a plastic surgeon if you wanted to, right? The essence, okay? The essence. But the essence is true, right? There's so much ways that we can maneuver our position, right? In video, accountability, right? But it gives you just kind of a forefront of the expectations of what 2026, because I know that reset button, January 1st, what is your goals and expectations? What do you want to get out next year that you didn't get this year, right? So start really implementing those and taking action at the end of the day. Anyone else? All right, well, let's continue on number 3. Planning and prospecting for a strong Q1. What are we doing right now? Who's coming tomorrow? Business Planning Clinic, right? Okay, yeah.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, Friday.
No, it's tomorrow. And if you didn't register, it may be too late, folks. It may be too late, okay? We've been telling you every week. We've been posting it. We've been sending out emails. But tomorrow is our Business Planning Clinic. So give me some insights on what that looks like for you, planning and prospecting for that. What are we doing to plant the seed to give us a good, strong January?
I would say, first of all, concentration on what you're going to focus on. What
Okay.
niche, if it's a niche, what you're going to focus on, and make that your focus, and what strategies you're going to use to reach out to it, because you don't want to be all over the place. You want to make your concentration of saying, okay, I'm going to do this. That's the main thing I'm going to do, and everything becomes ancillary.
Sure.
Doesn't mean that I can't do other things, but what is the concentration that I'm going to focus on in starting now?
Right. Yeah. Good point. Anyone else? Thank you, Fred. What else? There has to be something else. More open house opportunities? More farming in area? What are we doing to build the activities, guys, to get momentum? Who wants an escrow by the end of the year? One open escrow. Okay, so what do we need to do to get one escrow?
Lead generate.
Lead gen, right? So give me some ideas and topics that we can all share. Mastermind, collaborate.
Open your mouth. Talk to people. Talk to people you normally wouldn't talk.
That's right, right? If you're at least having, anywhere from 10 to 25 conversations with someone new and asking for business, right? That's important. Finalizing what that looks like, right? Finalizing your business plan starts now, folks, okay? Because the beautiful thing is you got 12 consecutive months to make something happen. If the goal is to do 25 sales next year, wonderful. If the goal is to do $25 million in sales volume, wonderful. If your goal is to do $500,000 in gross commission, wonderful. What are we going to do to fill in that gap to get us to where we want, right? So it leads to the activities. Your office as an example, what are we doing on a regular basis? You got Bob there, right? Who's a co-caller.
Yeah, we have, you guys know everybody who's on my team, I don't know, there's been some.
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
Simon knows. It's what I have noticed about myself, first of all, I hate sitting. So it's probably not the best thing for me to sit in the office, whereas Bob is there every morning at 8:30. And he is just like Mr. Dialer, and what's ironic about that, I'd say that to his face, is that he just is listing a property, which I didn't bring up, in 360, which is where Minnie and Jen live, so it's really worth a lot. And it was from an open house. So like what your personality is, that should be your lead generation. I mean, I'm involved in things that I feel passionate about, whether it be Jazzercise, whether it be the South Bay Parkland Conservancy, whether it's bringing in food into South Central because it's a food desert. I'm just a people person. I want to be around people and I want to be of service. So that's my lead generation strategy. And when someone says, oh, I'm going to be door knocking, like if your first gut feel is that scares me or bothers me, don't do it, because that's a 2-year plan. I mean, door knocking is, you would have to do it consistently for 2 years to really kind of see something. So find out what you already love to do. If you go to, I've said this before, it's like if you go to church or you have kids or you're in a baseball team, you've got, or you love baseball or football or whatever, coach a team. I mean, I'd have to borrow kids. I don't have any, but I think that's really key, is that if you aren't going to change your personality, and the older you get, the more you realize, I realized how little time we have, right? And what do you really want to do? People love being around people that are happy and that love what they're doing, and they want more of that. So I would say that our team right now is, I'll give you some examples. So Patricia, who's pretty new on our team, she is involved in like this women's group. Kind of looks, it's like very, not sorority, but it's like women helping things. Bob is cold calling, but have you ever seen Bob in a show? Have you ever gone to a show? Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, dude, you just sold and he and his wife like music. I said, you should be farming the people that you're meeting in your theater and so on and so forth. So that's another piece. Sue Murphy and I, it's like, we just have been around so long that, we see you everywhere. So Sue is more
like a celebrity in the community.
But only my nieces and nephews said, Auntie Marie, you're famous, you have a bus bench. I go, you could have 200. Let's do it. Let's see. Okay, so Chase is new on our team. He is, besides the fact that every woman I know asks to be single on his social media. Yeah, you know, but, so he loves dogs. He rescued these two, puppies, brothers that were on death row as far as I'm concerned, and, took them, so like he's a dog person, and now he lives at the beach, so he's walking dogs. I mean, I've given my business cards out so many times because I keep dog treats. So everybody on the team is doing that, but what I would say are kind of not downfall, but where the money is, it's in the follow-up.
100%.
It's
Yeah.
not in the connection, because you and I could make a great connection and you'd leave feeling like, oh, I like her, whatever. But it's the follow-up, you know, do you mind if I get your phone number and then do something back, put them in your database, invite them to something that you're doing? And you know that it takes 9 to 12 times of follow-up to work with a buyer that you meet at an open house. So it will feel like stalking. It will, right, Simon?
Yeah, and then I think it kind of goes back to what's your love language, right? What is it that you love? Because maybe it's, I'm all over the place. I do it all. I love hugging for sure. Yes, thank you, Murray. Yes, Fred.
Just to feedback on, you know, Bob cold calls, but yet still, he'll come and tell you that cold calling has dropped, you know.
Yes.
But he still does it.
Right.
So here's my instruction, don't let your current success hinder your future finances.
Right.
Because what we tend to do is we get a good listing, we get a good buyer, and we revel in that success, but we disenfranchise our current volume because we concentrate on that one.
Yeah.
Right.
When you have that success, keep on moving toward multiple successes.
I think you can, I can understand that language, right? Yeah, no, it's very important, right? Because you don't want to just put all of your eggs in one basket. You got to go out there and hunt for more opportunities. Yeah. Cool. Well, I appreciate you all kind of participating and engaging. I think it gives us a segue and just a better understanding of what we need to do. Because at the end, real estate is simple but not easy, right? And if you're not engaged and out there and having conversations, it's going to be hard for you to see the momentum and the results. So with that, I appreciate you all. Was this a great exercise?
Yeah.
Kind of get you going? Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go ahead, Nat. Let's continue with the next slide. We got Fernando Diaz giving us mortgage update. Fernando, let's give him a round of applause. What do you say? Did everyone get an opportunity to sign? Okay, thank you. I see more than last time, so I appreciate you all. All right.
For this, he's gonna throw out some diet food. A low calorie chocolate cookies. So real quick, guys. It looks like the government shutdown is ending, so that's helping us in the essence of rates a bit. Obviously, we'll see. Don't forget a lot of the data that they depend on, they haven't been getting because the government shut down. So therefore, as this data comes out, we'll see if the Fed gets perky coming up with the December meeting, which is I think the 8th or 9th or the 9th or 10th of December. So you're gonna see if there's another rate cut early before the year ends. I would say probably high probability that there's a quarter cut, but we'll see what happens with that. The other thing I will tell you, which kind of goes in line with what you guys were talking about earlier, is, you know, the news is out, guys, that rates have come down significantly from the beginning of the year.
Fernando, if I can get you more in the center because the camera is not.
Oh, I think I was being told.
Yeah,
So,
you're still out of camera, so
oh,
come in.
sorry, I'll see you later.
There you go.
So anyway, what I'm noticing is this, guys, first of all, our mortgage applications are through the roof, and they have been since, I would say, the middle of the year going forward. A lot of it with rates coming down and interest, but in the last 30 or 60 days, it's the amount of interest that's out there. It's crazy. I mean, so many people that we haven't talked to in a year or even 2 years are getting re-engaged. They're looking at their options. I think they're starting to feel better about the fact that the market is improving. A, there's more inventory than there was in the beginning of the year. Okay, so that's helpful to them. But B, rates are down, you know, 0.75%, let's just say, from the beginning of the year to now. So that's encouraging to them. So you start feeling that, hey, this might be our chance soon here to do something. I think the first quarter of next year is going to be very strong if this continues, the momentum continues the way it is. Now let's talk about cars. Third quarter affordability report. We're going to test your knowledge. So here's the fun stuff. Simon's going to throw candy at you. All right, now let's talk about the state first. All right. What percentage of households could afford a home in the third quarter of 2025? A single family, not a townhouse. What do you think? You know what the national number is? The national number is 36% of households can afford a house in the United States.
So you're asking one eleven.
So what is it in the state of California?
17.
Who said 15?
I said 17.
Who, you said 17?
Yeah.
Oh, he's on the nose, right there, 17%. I think, I heard him say 20, by the way. then I said- So that's what's going on, so think about that, 17% can afford a home, the state's median price is $887,380. Now, what type of annual income is needed to qualify for one of these homes?
175.
150.
225.
200.
He gets it again. Go with that.
Well, at this point, I'm just gonna stop and give everybody else a chance, but I'll take this.
Well, you can give it away to somebody. It is, listen to me, guys, because this is important for you guys are talking to people. It is 223,600. Okay, so when you're talking to somebody that unfortunately says, hey, I made $31,000, you got a problem. Right? Maybe he's got a weed business or something. Different, right? Now, real quick, what percentage of home, or I should say households, excuse me, can afford a condo townhouse, in California? 22. Who said 22? Oh, that's close enough.
Who was that?
27%.
Give it somebody else.
Well, then just hold it, we'll have more coming. So, watch this, that median price is $649,990. What income is required to qualify? And keep in mind, when the state does their analysis, they're basing all of this qualifying on 20% down. Okay, Fred, we'll go with you. 163, 600. All right, so we're gonna go with Fred.
All right, Fred, you ready?
You didn't get any cookies. today.
Heather, duck.
All right, now, let's talk about our local area. But here's one that really I find amusing. So, you guys know where San Mateo is, up North Bay Area, right?
Yeah.
Silicon Valley, all that.
Right.
You know what the income needed over there to buy houses?
At least 400.
524. Kind of wacky, but all right, now. All right, so third quarter affordability. Well, Los Angeles County, what percentage of households can afford a house in LA County?
50.
10.
I'm gonna go with Fred, but don't give him anything. You're gonna have 12%. That's based on a 954, 130 median home price that just came out as they do all their data analytics. What income is required to qualify for that house?
How much for the house?
What income?
How much for the house?
954. Oh, they call it.
200, stuff.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh.
240. So keep that in mind when you're talking to people. All right,
Okay.
but here's one thing that's interesting, guys. I don't care if it's LA County, Orange County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, San Diego, Ventura. If you're not, the lowest county is Riverside. 157,600 is what's needed. And everywhere else, you're cracking 200.
Wow.
Everywhere else. Any questions on any of this? Question?
Well, not necessarily a question, that's a little discouraging, right? Hearing those numbers, like you gave those numbers for, just to like let us know.
Yeah. This is the state, this is ours, not mine. California Association of Realtors. They put this out. Yeah.
But we'll anchor it this way, everybody's buying and selling every.
I just told you,
So find those
Yeah.
17%.
the amount of momentum, the amount of applications
Okay.
is very high. People are excited. People out there, you can feel
They're out there.
the energy and the momentum, okay, building, and I think it's building. I'm gonna say for the first quarter of next year, I think you will see rates, especially after May. You know why after May, rates are gonna plummet, I think rates will get very aggressive. Why do you think? There's one big looming thing that's going to change, no matter what, by then, or maybe soon, let's call it then. You raise your hand, what is it? I don't like that, I think, yeah, and I don't think that, if you look at the percentage of improvement on a payment versus the amount of interest, it is crazy. You're only gonna improve by maybe $300, but you're gonna, it's just not, to me, it's not. And actually, I was talking to Sammy back there, I don't know if you guys realize, we're one of the few nations, if not the only nation in the world it gives you a 30-year fix to buy a house.
Yeah.
So I've got like racing buddies in Australia, New Zealand, they get like 10 years.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. So it's different, yes, go ahead.
So what is the current interest rate right now and what's it?
Well, you gotta do the parameters, so everything matters, right? So every government loans are in the fives, mid fives, let's say, 5.5 to 5.75, depending on the day how it's going. I haven't been in the office yet to see, but I know it's improving today. Jumbo loans, we locked one yesterday. It was a 2.4 with $1 million down, so 1.4 loan, he got 5.875. I would say Fannie Mae type loans are between 6.1 and 6.3, depending on the scenario. They're more sensitive to FICO and all that. Yes, but
What's the big thing that you said's coming up in May of next?
oh, that's the thing. We didn't get to that.
The election.
Nope, nope. The current chairman is out. His term is up. Oh. So I'm favoring a guy named Kevin Hassett. I follow him. Very good, very strong. There's 3 guys right now left on the table that they finalized. He's one of them. We'll see what happens. Like, I can't say that it's going to happen, but if it does, I think for our industry, it's gonna look big.
I'm sorry, this is what you had said, I was on the other side. What did you say with the federal chairman? Is that what the?
Yeah, his term is up in May, so he will be shown the door, and we'll see who they pick. But yeah, I think that whoever they pick will definitely probably be more aggressive than the current status quo, at least initially. Hopefully not too aggressive where, catches us the wrong way. But I think you will see that interest rates improving because of that. In May, we might be right before it. I'm sure they'll probably announce who it's gonna be and the policies and how to do it. But we'll see. That's it. Unless you have any other questions. Anybody want candy?
There's plenty of candy still.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Fernando. All right, well, let's go ahead and continue. Just for the sake of time, we're going to skip the broker update. Really, what I wanted to chat about broker update is working with non-licensed assistants. Obviously, you could have an assistant, but there's do's and don'ts. Because I get this question quite often is like, can a non-licensed assistant host an open house? The answer is why?
Because they have to tell you about them, right?
Yeah, there's conversations around price, terms, and condition. And because, you can pass. So an assistant can help, but you have to be there. Or if someone, or you maybe stepped out and you're having someone help, they can only provide a flyer and then ask to speak with the listing agent or the agent that's hosting the open house. But under no circumstances can they have a conversation without a real estate license. The other thing is a non-licensed, can they do your marketing for you? Marketing. Can they prepare a comparable market analysis, a CMA? Yes, they can, as long as they're not interpreting and providing that information to the consumer, saying, based on the comps here within a mile radius, based on apples to apples comparisons, that they cannot do, right? They cannot do that. That has to be by a licensed real estate agent, okay? But an assistant can prepare the flyers, can prepare the CMAs for you, but the licensed individual has to be the one having the conversation with the consumer. Does that make sense? Okay. What was the other on assistants? Can assistant open a property on your behalf? Okay, why?
She's not licensed.
Okay. That's a simple one, right? Well, they're not licensed, they shouldn't be able to. Okay. Yeah, there's a big liability, right? Your license, you have an umbrella that covers you from any potential claims against us. This is why we carry errors and omissions insurance. But if you have someone that is doing the capacity of your job and something happens, something gets damaged, someone gets hurt, right? Then it falls back. They're not licensed. They don't have coverage. They don't have a independent agreement with us. That's a huge concern, right? Then that may fall into a different category where you're writing a check. So the essence is you got to look at the bigger picture and how you navigate this, because again, an assistant could be a licensed individual, right? they can be an assistant and still have a real estate license, then that changes the trajectory. But having an active license with a brokerage, not just having a license that is not active, then the answer is no to that. They're basically working as a non-licensed individual. Does that make sense? Can they help prepare your agreements, assistance? You know, prepare the listing agreement, the purchase agreement, disclosures for you. Is that okay to do? The answer is yeah, they can prepare all of the forms, but when it comes to sitting down and consulting with the buyers, the sellers, the investors, the answer is the individual licensee would have to be the one having those conversations. Okay. Now, the Department of Real Estate is really cracking down, and they're, doing a lot of investigation on social media and checking to make sure that all agents are in compliant, right? That your license number, your brokerage information, and if you have someone that is helping and their information is, they're also looking into and investigating and make sure, hey, is this individual licensed or not? So make sure that you're watching all of that. And if you have any questions, by all means, please reach out to me. Okay? Thoughts, questions regarding unlicensed individuals? All right, let's continue. Upcoming events. Next slide. All right, tomorrow, just a reminder for the people that registered, thank you very much. That's tomorrow, November 13th from 9:30 to 4 p.m. Again, it's going to be at the South Bay Association of Realtors. It's not going to be here at the office. We're going to be talking about fundamentals, customer service strategies, money managing, enhanced marketing tools, the use of tech and AI, and then winning conversations for top producers, right? So we got great individuals that are going to be providing you. The team leaders are also going to be providing you with some insights. It's tomorrow at the South Bay Association of Realtors. Okay, let's continue. Next slide. This Friday, we're going to be talking about investments and, from demo day to disclosure. So it's going to be more of an in-depth, how to work with investors. I know I touched on it last week a bit, but this one is going to be more in the after, right? What happens after the acquisition of a portfolio? When do you step into navigating the listing agreements? I'll give you some insights and strategies and how you can secure a buyer representation agreement while the buyer still is in escrow, and how do you secure the future listing if they're going to give you the back end of the listing. So I'll give you some insights on how to navigate those forms. Friday, pardon me? Yes, yeah. It'll be on Zoom and also recorded this Friday, 10:30 to 11. Next slide. All right, this one I'm super excited about. We're going to have it at 2 locations here at the South Bay, November 20th. And if you missed this one here at the South Bay office, then there will be another one on December 4th from 10:30 to 12 p.m. at the KW Coastal Properties. If you haven't heard Stephen Thompson, he's a great forecaster when it comes to trends. He's going to dive into buyer markets in 2026, what happens to value in the next year, what the Fed rate cuts, and all the fun stuff. So if you haven't heard, he also has a really cool report on housing publications that you can subscribe. He's going to be here in person on November 20th, 10:30 to 12. Next slide. All right, save the date. We have an attorney coming in and talking. So Neve is going to be talking about the California landlord and tenant rental laws, lunch and learn. Now, I've had the privilege to speak with him. He's a very solid attorney, very aggressive attorney, and he's going to be here providing us with current state, local rental laws, especially right now with the craziness of what's happening with tenants and landlords and Section 8s. This will be a great opportunity for you to just ask all of those questions. I would also encourage you to write it down too, so that way you don't forget to ask the questions, right? Because he's going to be talking about all of this, right? Affecting landlords, tenants, and property management, the latest legislature and changes and how the impacts the lease agreement, security deposits, rent increase, and then obviously the biggest one is evictions, right? And obviously all of you do not practice property management, right? This is where you can get yourself in a pickle And, you know, let the owner do the serving, if anything. Your job is just to lease the property, find a tenant, or sell the property. Under no circumstances should you be navigating if you're not a broker associate and have your own E&O insurance and have your own entity, then you shouldn't be practicing any property management. Tuesday, your own property doesn't count. You're more than welcome to manage your own property. That's total different topic. Yes? That's a good question. We'll probably have it on Zoom and record it. Yeah, so it'll be Tuesday, December 2nd, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Here at the South Bay. So please make sure to put this in your calendar. It's going to be a great conversation, and it's going to be from an attorney as well. All right, next slide. And that concludes our team meeting. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.